All right, let's see. Woo! I see it flashing like like it's a little iffy right now. Hey, what's up? McBride, how are you? Brian, how are you? Who was that? Somebody else came in. Is it a good connection, y'all? Are we on? Are we on right now, or do I need to go into to another? Hey, Warren, do I need to go somewhere else? Is it a good a good location? Is it good? Is it good, y'all? Am I clear? Can y'all see me? I just need y'all to let me know if y'all can see me. What? Man? What's man? I don't know. What's the sad face for? Did I mess your name up? It says McBride. It says McBride, right? I didn't mess your name up. It's Mandy. Did I make a mistake? It says McBride. I'm always calling people their names on here. I think other people can identify you when you use the name on here. I know a lot of times we call people by their names that we have gotten to know them by. But when you call them the name on here, then other people can identify with those people on here. So even if I know your name, if I see your name on here, I'm going to call you the name on here. Because I want people to be able to connect with you on here as well, right? So they can find you. So, I am Keita J. I'm an entertainer. I am a voiceover artist. I'm a custom designer. And I am me, y'all. And I want you to be you. I want every last one of you to be you. I want you, Warren. I want all the other people that's looking on here. Everybody, I want y'all to be yourselves, okay? So, here's the thing. Is it a good connection, Warren? Warren, is it good? Is it great? Is it good? Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. Make sure you know it's Friday. That's right. Share the scope. Okay. Make sure you guys share. Give the love to the women as well. Make sure you guys invite people over, to the women's scopes. Make sure we ain't doing nothing hot and crazy. So a lot of times when people don't see fighting going on, they don't want to share. But I'm going to ask for what I want today. So make sure you guys share and invite people over to the scopes, okay? To everybody's scope, not just mine. When you enter the room, if it's something that you like, share it with other people. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, okay? Thank you. Now that I'm done with that, hey Steve, how are you? So, I was just listening to something, right? About how women are attracted to men with money. We already know a lot of times people look at money as power, right? They look at that like that's a tool. That's a tool for a woman to come up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like women are attracted to the money, not the person a lot of times. And because like when you see pastors, when you have pastors at church, a lot of times women are attracted to what they stand for, what it is that they stand for, I don't know why, because I've never been that person. So why do you guys think that it's bait? It's bait for women. So you think that women are drawn to, I know women are drawn to it because to them it's powerful. Other people are able to notice them in the spotlight. So if at any time, and this is what we get from people, when people say, oh, so and so is broke. People don't want to be, mixed in with somebody that's broke and work. It's pixie dust. What you mean it's pixie dust? I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, and you don't come in here trying to mess me up. You know what I'm saying? So women, to them, it's powerful. It's meaningful. Like this is just like when a woman's getting engaged, right? What do? A lot of them like to share the jewelry. Okay. A lot of them like to share. Flowers are a game changer. You said flowers? Flowers are a game changer? Flowers are a game changer. So, I mean, I don't know, Steve, elaborate on that when you say flowers are a game changer. I'm talking about women being attracted to men for the money, not for them. You know, right off the bat, you like somebody and don't know anything about them because of the fame that you think that they have, you know, because of the money. Right, exactly. The cars, clothes, the material things matter, right? To a lot of people. And we were somewhat touching on this yesterday on the Key to J Reveal show. You know, if you haven't seen it, you have to go back and check the replay. The replay is on here. I also have a YouTube page, which not every video that I do on Periscope, but meaningful videos from the show are going to be on Periscope. So that being said, you know, I feel like, you know, women are drawn to material things a lot of times, you know, and they'll tell you, girl, you better not mess with him because he's broke. Girl, you better not, you know, he broke, he don't have no money, you know, but not realizing that you can grow with somebody at the same time. It's not really about the material things, but is the person willing to build with you? Are they willing to have your back? Are they willing to be there for you? You know, for me, I just feel like, you know, we are drawn to the wrong things and we end up getting the wrong things in the end, you know, thinking that because somebody has money that it's going to make you happy, you know, and that's not true at all. Happiness in you. Happiness is within ourselves. We have to train ourselves to be happy. One, I hear people say it's a choice. It's not really a choice. I mean, you can be up or down, and it doesn't mean that it's a choice in your life at the time for you to be happy, but you have to you have to train yourself to be happy. So you train yourself to be happy. You can't just right off the bat be happy. You know, you just have to train your mind and your body to be in the place, in that space that you want it to be in. So that being said, you know, those relationships that we are entering, and we feel because the person has money that it's going to make us look good. One, it's going to make you look good with your friends. You know, that ring that you engage, the first thing women do, girl, you see what I got? You see, and they flash in the ring. Because that's material. That's a material piece right there. So the first thing women do, hey, great morning. Think women see security, and men see sex appeal at first. So, and it's not necessarily saying that money is secure, right, Warren? Right? It doesn't say that money is secure. It's not. Money come and go. If you get flowers from someone, women happy, that's what I was saying. Money is not everything. Oh, okay, if you get flowers from someone. But I mean, it's even more than flowers. It's more than flowers. You see what I'm saying? It's about the mental stimulation. But some people will make themselves like somebody if they have money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just listening to I've heard this before, and the reason why I'm doing this topic is because I was just listening to what's his name, Les Brown. And Les Brown's, you know, and I said this before on Scope in some of my older ones, but Les Brown was like, you know, if you got money, women will find something cute on you. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you got ears like Denzel. So basically, you know, you feel secure because this guy has, you know, money and he can take care of you. But that's not always, like I said, that's not always the case. It's not always the case that because somebody has money, they're going to take care of you. That's their money. Oh, because they got a nice car. Oh, because they got a house, like Warren said, that does not mean that is going to be yours. That does not, yeah, you might get to ride in. You might get to come over the house and see that things are nice and everything and in place. But it doesn't mean that you are actually going to be invited to the wedding. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised because, like I said yesterday, guys that already have all that stuff, it's very hard to get them to settle down. Later on in life, they're willing to settle down. But, at that point in time, like right off the bat, when they're young and they got those material things, it's very, very hard to get that. It's very, very hard to get that. So, we... Can you marry? Can you marry? You just randomly putting stuff up there. I see you. Randomly putting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stop messing up this scope. If you going to entertain us, hey, write some real comments down. That's what I need, some real comments. But I don't know how old you are, so, but get with the program. Yeah. Okay. A random flower. Okay, your random flower. Hold on. I gotta cut this air on. It's hot. So all I'm saying is people that have hey Miss Harris, M. Harris, how are you? So all I'm saying is people that are searching for relationships and only go for the brothers that have something, that you can shine with, not realizing, that John may not be willing to sacrifice and have a relationship with you based on what John already has. Mike might have his house, his car, and all that stuff, but that don't mean Mike is willing to settle down. I mean, those are the chances that we take in life. My point is that we should not only look at people for the things that they have, the material things that they have, not just looking at them. And it's hard to say that because, like yesterday, that people have formed businesses off of that. Men, always men. We're not talking about men, always men. Thank you, Brooklyn. We are not talking about men. We are talking about ladies being attracted to the money. That's what we're talking about. So either you in on the conversation or you're out. Okay? So, we're talking about, women being attracted to just money. I know you joking, and I'm for real. I'm for real. But no, we're talking about, men, like I said, women being materialistic, wanting guys for money, dating guys because they have money. Some mothers have told their daughters, you should never go broke if you have a vagina. I remember one of my girlfriends told me that her mom told her that. She said, as long as you have a vagina, you should never be broke. Okay? But that's what her mom told her. As long as you have a vagina. So do you guys agree that that's something that your mom should always tell you? Long story short. Amen. Gold diggers. In effect. Yes, gold diggers are out here. And they also, men do it too, but we talking about women today. We talking about women right now. We talking about women right now. We talking about women that are attracted to men for material things. They find something that look nice on you. Ooh, girl, he look good. He look good. He got money. You know what I'm saying? He got money. I wasn't planning on having a child with him, but hey, I'll sit up in this Rolls Royce. I'll sit up in this mansion. I'll let my friends see me high and mighty. And then when all of that is over, where are you? You right back where you started. Unless you in one of those areas where you was in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And you were able to reap the benefit of being married. What they call it? What's the name of it? I forgot. They can struggle, but they should never be broke. You said a woman should. So you agree with that? I don't agree with that. I mean, it is what it is. But it's not like I'm gonna be out here just giving my vagina away for some money. She gonna get her feelings pimped, okay? I mean, and that has happened to many women. But here's the thing: a lot of times when you are in a state where the woman is considered, basically, you guys live together for so many years, and I forgot what it's called. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. We used to deal with this at work. But you guys know what I'm talking about. If you live in a certain state, those are the struggles. So you would tell your daughter, would you tell common law? Thank you. Common law marriage. Yes, I'm thinking of it and I'm trying to figure it out. But common law marriage. Thank you, Warren. I appreciate it. When you live, for those that don't know, when you live in a state where, you know, they practice that law, where you've lived together, I believe it's like 8 years or something. Hey, Trini, how are you? Thanks for joining. For 8, I believe it's like 5 to 8 years. Some states are different, so it just depends. You can reap as the woman the benefit. You said in Atlanta they full of the women that want men for money. I mean, hey, I don't agree with it, because I have to be attracted to somebody, and I feel like I would want to be mentally attracted to them. I don't want to just be physically attracted to them. But people do it all the time. Like, it's out here. It's and men do it. Like I said, they do it too. But we're gonna talk about the women. I don't watch Atlanta Housewives. I used to watch it, but I don't watch that. I'm not marrying somebody for money. I'm just not. I can't. I gotta live with myself for the rest of my life. So hold on. So are those women sellouts? Are those women sellouts? Because I can tell you right now, I can guarantee that a lot of people that tell other people they selling out in some kind of way themselves. Okay? So just let the truth be known. We talk about sellouts. You want to really talk about sellout? That's a part of being a sellout, because you're not true to yourself. When you're true to yourself, then you know you're not considered a sellout. But when you're not true to yourself, you are a sellout. That means that you're taking advantage of the situation that's in front of you. You're taking advantage as a woman of the situation that's right there in front of you to come up. Do you think Trump would have his wife without his money? No, I don't think so. But I will say this. If he did have a mistress, she's already living high. She's already living. Because I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of guys, like I said yesterday, a lot of guys have mistresses that they are taking care of on the side. The wife may not know, but men do it all the time. Some men do it all the time. They paying their mortgage. I know some women that was getting their bills paid. I know. So I can tell you right now. And to see them, you know, you staying over my cousin's ex-husband. He had a whole family. She followed him one day and went and knocked on the door. Do you know he had a daughter, and they were still together. They was married and everything. He had a daughter with another woman, and basically he was going over there, and she had no idea what was going on. To a go-go, didn't know color, and a person see green only. Straight gold digger. Right. You're a straight up gold digger. You're a straight up gold. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why it's like I said to myself, I don't know if I want to be married. I'm not putting it in the universe. I wouldn't mind, but it's a lot of temptation out here. And if the person is going to love you for you, they can act like they love you, but still be with somebody else. You can love somebody and still love somebody else. I think there's room to love other people in the same fashion that you may love the person that you're with. In that same fashion, that person is loving somebody else. Okay? That person is loving somebody else. That person is loving somebody else. That person is loving somebody else. Okay? That person is loving somebody else. I'm going to keep saying it. I sound like a broken record. But that's exactly how it is in life. Right here, right now. But this stuff has been going on for ages. I think it's really coming to the forefront. Like with people with the side chicks and all that. That stuff been out there. They just changed the name to side chick. It was mistress before, but the urban term is side chick. You know what I'm saying? That stuff been going on. But like I said, women have side men as well. They have side men that they're dealing with. Hey, Laura, how are you? Thank you for joining. They have side men. But women will find something nice on a guy if he don't look good. But if you just dead broke and you ain't got nothing, they ain't looking your way. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Thanks for joining. They ain't looking your way. They looking past you. You might be in a club. This is why some guys fake women out. Not Terrell Owens. What's homeboy name we was watching on here, and he said he take women to McDonald's? Chad Ochocinco. I was listening to another interview that he gave with this lady. He said he'll go to a restaurant and then he'll act like he don't have money just to see what the woman would do, right? So he play little mind games. But you know what? I kind of see, you know, because it's a lot of women that would not date you if you didn't have something. It's a lot of women out here that would not, but they would not want to build with you. You will get a lot of them if you show those. Oh, you really favor. I really favor your lady. Oh, is that what you said? So Chad Ochocinco said, you know, I go out on dates. He said he take women to McDonald's. Remember we was watching the show where he said, I take women to McDonald's and I try to see how their body language is going to be. You know, I just try to watch out. Now, I wouldn't want nobody testing me like that. But if we went out to eat and you forgot your wallet and all, you know, I mean, I would be that person and say, I would probably be that person to say, you forgot your wallet. Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't do it all the time. And if I figured that he was playing games, I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I would have a problem. Who wouldn't? Reaction if you playing games. Well, you don't want to do it often. Right, but they know who he was, but they probably don't know what he has. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he's not a big spender. He said he doesn't, he said when he used to wear his chains. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that for you putting that out. So, when he used to wear his chains, he said all his chains were fake. He used to wear cubic zirconian jewelry just to fake people out. And sometimes you do find out if people are I'm going to tell you, I had my girlfriends when I was younger, I was probably about my 20s. I had my girlfriends, cause he was big time. He had money and he let me drive his Supra back in the day. You know, I remember I was like 21, maybe. I was probably 20, 21. So he had a red Supra with the spoiler kit on the back. Right now, you know that's a fast car. If anybody know a Supra, I was kind of scared to drive it. My girlfriend and I. We went to a club downtown DC. I never forget. We went to the club. Hey Dan, how are you doing? So we went to a club and we went to the gas station after. Right? Do you know a guy kept trying to holler at me the damn time I was at the gas station. As soon as he saw me step out that Supra, he was in my face the whole entire time. How you doing, baby? How you doing? So, you know, and at my age, I was like this dude, because I was smart. You know what I'm saying? I had my head was on right. I already knew what was going on. You know, I was open. I knew I wasn't green. So, you know, dude approached me and he like, hey, what's up, baby? He trying to get my attention the whole damn time, right? That was hard. Exactly, Warren. I looked like damn money. So he looking at me like, damn, if I could get with her, you know, I'd probably come up. Not realizing, homeboy, that wasn't even my car. And that's what I'm saying. Guys can fake you out because just like people can rent stuff, you know what I'm saying? They can make it look like they got money. You leasing a Mercedes Benz for a cheaper payment just to look good. You leasing a Mercedes Benz for a cheaper payment. And this goes into folks having nice cars and having apartments. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm not saying that that's bad, but that's like, you know, guys having nice cars and having apartments. You know, you got a nice Mercedes Benz, but you in an apartment. I meet one like that with a Corvette. So you met a woman with a Corvette, but it wasn't her Corvette? Is that what you're saying? It wasn't her Corvette? It wasn't hers? But, you know, it happens all the time. Gold diggers are out here, y'all. Y'all already know it. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at a guy if he tried to test me just to see if I liked him for him, especially if he had money. You know, you got some guys ride around and I'm not going to call them raggedy cars, but they ride around in cars that you have no clue what, you know, kind of money they have. And it's purposely at home. They may have a Jaguar or something parked in a lot. But when you pull up to their house, they want to know, oh, well, damn, she really, you know, she liked me. She liked me. When I met her, I just had this particular, you know, I maybe had like a Buick. You know, when I pulled up on her, I maybe was riding in a Sonata or something like that when I pulled up on her. But yet she gave me the time of day, and now she come to my house, and I got this massive mansion that I'm living in. It don't even have to be a mansion. It could just be a nice, hot house that, you know, the woman wasn't even looking at your material things. So that's how you find out that people truly are with you, not for who you are. Exactly, they are. But I'm talking about the women. I'm talking about women right now, though. Because we talked about men yesterday. So I'm talking about the women and how they are attractive. But you're right. Yes, I did say that before that, you know, it's not just men. I mean, it's not just women. It's men, too. And I just gave an example of my situation when I was driving a Supra. So that way you guys will know that, yeah, people will try to holler at you when you got stuff, when they think you got stuff. But let things not be right. Let your money start disappearing. Okay? This is where the brothers have issues. When your money start disappearing, guess what? You really find out if she was there for real. You really find out if that woman had got your back. Okay? You really find out. Because a lot of people, they like the ideal person. They like the ideal. You know, that idea in their head. They like that. That's what they like. The idea of you doing these things for them. You know, the idea of you having all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, don't get caught up in the material things. Girls show up, women show up. I don't like when I see women posting their rings on Facebook. You like, girl, he asked me the question. You big fool. Why are you posting your ring on Facebook? Why? Don't you know that Facebook can track people to you? Don't you know that? Don't you know that when you posting pictures? I will give you guys a situation. A woman posted her on Craigslist, her jewelry. She took a picture of her jewelry on with her camera and put it on Craigslist. Do you know that from the camera you have tracking in there, especially when you like doing it with your phone and stuff. You have tracking, so people can track your location just by your phone alone. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you're at locations and stuff and you're telling people where you are, you know, when you posting those pictures like I'm at so-and-so, you know, having a good time. People can, you know, without you even putting it on there where you are, you don't even have to say I'm at Jury Seafood, because they can track you just by the picture alone. There's a geo track on the picture where they can pull up the URL, the location, and everything. So while we posting all these pictures and telling people where we are and this and that, and somebody could just pull up on you right then and there. You know what I'm saying? You showing your jewelry. You online like, I got a ring, boo. Look at my ring. Look at my ring. I think that's boasting. That's boasting and bragging. Like nobody can get a freaking ring. I never understood women. Girl, look. Ah! Okay? Exactly. So now you guys know, even on your computer, where you search for something and they pick up the search and you see it on Facebook. Right, you see it on Facebook. You see it on, and now they about to start doing that all over, like all over the internet. You about to start seeing a lot of different changes in your searches, what you like. Things are going to be coming up to get you to buy stuff. Okay, it's not even going to be something that you search. It's going to be something similar. So you're going to see all kinds of stuff, you know, that you never looked at on your computer popping up like an ad, because commercials are no longer available. So, you know, they trying to figure out how to sell product. People are lost. What's up, Arsenio? People are lost. Thank you for joining. People are lost. And back to the gold digger. You know, hey, what's happening? What's up, lady? Sexy Brown, what's going on? But you know, women are, I look very fly, thank you. Oh, I'm on a mission. But I'm just saying, like, you know, women find something that looks nice on a guy, especially when he got money. You really do have to fake a woman out. You gotta have a random car like a Kia or something that you driving. You can't drive your Mercedes Benz every day and then be meeting people, because you're gonna attract the wrong people. I'm not driving. You're gonna attract the wrong people. You're gonna attract the wrong people driving around with your high and mighty self. You're gonna attract the wrong people. And I'm just saying, just give me somebody I could be comfortable with. I don't need all that. I don't need all the material stuff, because I don't need the flashy guys. I don't like all that. You know, I'm a simple person. You know, and that's why they say women are simple. You have a lot of simple women out here. Your own past experience. As far as what? My experience as far as what? I just told the experiences that I see, that I know, that women that are looking for a guy to take care of them. You know, they go for, hey E, how are you? They go for the guy that has the material things, and it might not even be his. And sadly mistaken, that's just like a guy when they find out that a woman do you date black guys, white guys, etc.? What do you mean, do I date? I've dated a Caucasian guy before. Annoying loudmouth. Hold on. Okay, put something up again. Annoying. Why you over here? Why are you over here? My boy's wife passed and had good insurance, and the girl. Oh, thank you, E. He said, looking tasty. Thank you. He had insurance, and what happened? I didn't see that part. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, go ahead. See, yeah, we ain't got to be distracted by that kind of madness. We ain't got to be distracted by that. You know what I'm saying? Well, ain't nobody got time for that, boo. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, you know, like I said, where you been? Haven't seen you. I took a break from Scope, honestly. I took a break, and then I gathered my thoughts, and I came back. And I came back as a much better person, you know, because I felt like I was putting too much energy in Scope. I was putting too much energy. Oh, you said bootylicious. Hold on, what's the flag? What's the flag? You know, well, oh yeah, I just took a break. That's all. It was much needed. I think I was being drained by Periscope, you know, by scoping, and now I came back a little bit more meaningful. I came back more meaningful now. So I had to put some things together and figure out how I wanted to align my scope and what I wanted to do. Plus, I have an advisor that you know, we had some really good conversations, and I had a business meeting on some stuff, and you know, we were speaking of future things and what I'm trying to do. And so gathering all the information that I have been sent by, as far as online, you know, and how online has changed so much and is changing, I am doing it more, you know, I'm putting my business and branding myself a little bit better. So that's all. So for business, you know, branding myself. But people love my characters, y'all. People love the characters that I do. Like, I've been getting so many people hit me up. When are you going to do I apologize. I had a call. My daughter just called me. So I apologize for that. That's why you guys couldn't hear, because my daughter called me. But as I was saying, so I'm back now. I am Kita J. I'm an entertainer, a custom designer, and I am me. Girls crave for successful men, and money means success. Actually, money does not mean success. Success is a form of happiness. Success is a form of happiness. So if you are happy, you can be wealthy, you can be rich at heart. You don't have, you know, being successful is it's different for different people. You know what I'm saying? What makes you happy? What makes you happy? You know, thank you, Arsenio. What makes you happy? You have to think for yourself. You know, is it the money? Because money doesn't make you happy. It's easy to be poor. It's not easy to be. Everybody wants to be rich because they want to know how it feels to be rich. And this is, you know, this is what Zig Ziglar said. Everybody wants to be rich because they want to figure out what it's like to be rich. But not realizing when you're rich, you probably have more problems financially because you got everybody trying to dip in your pockets. You know, everybody wants something from you. That's why people are so drawn. Look, listen. You can have folks that are mediocre in spirit, right? But people are drawn to you because you have stuff. I'm saying mediocre in spirit. But everybody wants to hang around you. This is how, when I was talking about how online, how people gather around folks that they see are doing something. When people see you doing stuff, they want to attach themselves to you because it looks good to them. It's inviting. It's inviting. It makes people feel good when they can hang around superstars, when you see a celebrity, that makes you feel good that you want to take a picture with them. It can be almost kind of groupie-ish if you look at it. It's kind of groupie-ish for some of us. To see somebody that we like and be like, oh, I've seen people that I've liked and I've taken pictures with them. I've seen people that I liked and I've been like this from afar. Oh yeah, he blah blah blah. He seemed like a nice guy. I like his style. But I wasn't rushing up on them. So I've done both. I was in places where the proximity was so, it was so small that you could take a picture with somebody. So I was like, oh, okay. But I'm not a groupie, though. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it all the time. I don't have to take a picture with somebody to feel good about myself. But there are certain people that you see and you admire them. You admire their music. You might admire the things that they're doing, and how they contribute to the world. And you might just be like, I want this in my Rolodex. Not my Rolodex, but I want this in my photos. I want this person attached to me. So, because I like what they do. I like what they stand for. So that happens a lot as well, and it's nothing wrong with it. But when you're a groupie, when you following people to basketball games, they said they got women that follow guys to all the NBA games, groupies, okay? They NBA games, every NBA game, they follow these guys to all these games just because. They want to meet them. They find hotel rooms. You got women that do Inspector Gadget stuff. They find the guys in the hotel room. They trying to figure out where they are. Folks waste so much time doing this. It's so sad. That's how Kobe got caught up. You know what I'm saying? Kobe got caught up. I always thought, I was like, damn, Kobe doing so well. Like, I'm so glad that he never had his campaign for basketball was never smeared, right? Well, guess what? And it came up. It even came up. With the incident with him and the girl and wherever she lived. He got himself hemmed up in that situation. But because guys are so visual, you guys get caught up in those type of situations. You guys are so visual. You are thinking with your penis, not with your mind. Even though it all comes from here, because the blood has to rush down, in that part of your body to make you, aroused. So you are like, you're taking it in with your brain because you're so visual. But it's acting out in your genitals. And it's like we get what we get when we sign up to just be with somebody for what they have. We get caught up. We get caught up we're human beings. We get caught up in those situations because we don't take time to figure it out. We don't take time. We want right now. We want things like right now. We want to have it. We got to have it right now. Oh, you got some. Oh, I'm attach myself to you because you got something. Oh, you got a hot show on Periscope. I'm going to attach myself to you, Bizzle. I'm going to attach myself to you on Periscope because you got a hot something going on. And I want to be a part of it. But you got people that rock with you all the time. Regardless of, what you have now. You have those certain people that was rocking with you before that. Thank you for inviting. You have people that was rocking with you. Now, you live and you got things going for yourself and your name ringing bells online and everything. I'm using online because social media is hot now. Celebrities are not getting what they used to get. You know, they're not getting the deals and stuff. You got a lot of people on media that's getting brand deals because they're hot. They're influencers. And when you're an influencer, now people are attaching themselves to you because you are an influencer, and they feel like possibly you can open up the gate for them some kind of way. And this is how things happen. You know, it's the same thing. Relationships, they all, you know, how we attracted to each other. The same thing you do for me. It's about it. People want to be relevant. I want to be seen. I want the attention. I want the attention of whatever somebody's doing. So I might try to reach out to them, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, as long as you're genuine about it. If you're genuine, that's good. But if you're not genuine, it's like, come on now. You sell it out. You selling out if you're not genuine, right? Because that's a sellout. We just talked about a sellout. You being a sellout. Right? Be genuine. Support the person. Don't just support them for what they got and what they trying to achieve because you want a piece of it, but be genuine. So we call people sellouts, not realizing that people can sell out in any kind of way. It's not just a race thing, you know, just like you got male and female gold diggers, you know, hey, we all wrapped up in all of this stuff. You know, everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be seen. You know, women want to know that they got one up on somebody, you know. You know, you want to know, guys got their cars. They want, look, this how I'm riding. I got this. Look at what I got. You know, people do this all the time, showboating. Showboating. All the time. And for what? To impress everybody, right? Remember Will Smith? Hold on. Will Smith said, what did Will Smith say? Will Smith said, we do things to impress the people that don't even like us. People that don't even like you. All right? People that don't like you. We doing stuff to impress people that don't even like us. For what? All these followers people got, you think they really like people? Hell no. Hell no. Hey, Kimmy. Hell no. They don't like people. They don't like you. A lot of them don't. That's why they don't support you. That's why, hey, sugar, how are you? They don't support you. They don't support you because they don't like you. Now, some people might not have the funds, but people don't really like you. Yeah, they'll chime in if your number's good. Don't think that I don't know that. You can tell by how people respond sometimes on your feed if they like you or not. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell the ones that just want a piece of the action. You can tell. Oh, I'm doing well. You can tell when people just want how are you? How are you, CK? You can tell when people want a piece of the action. But then hold on. You got some of those people. I mostly be around people who about change and making a difference. And that's great. But you have some people that will play the part. You do have people that will play the part. They will play the part. They will hang around as much as they can. Okay? Just to be a part of what you have going on. But you got to remember, those folks that was there in the beginning, never forget them. Never forget the people that was there really sticking with you in the beginning. Because trust and believe, I know the people that was sticking with me. Okay? I know the people that was sticking with me. I know the people, regardless of what I was doing or trying to do. I know the people that was, surrounding me with positive energy. Nothing but positive energy. But then you have those people, I'm doing well. But then you have those people that will surround themselves with you, just like women, just like what we talking about women today, right? Just like women want a man, a lot of them want somebody that has money and have material things and can buy them jewelry, okay? Just like that. Because you attract You are, like they say, when women entice men, enticing somebody, when you walking around with half naked clothes on, you're enticing, you're attracting the wrong thing to you. I'm from DC. You're attracting the wrong thing to you. And when men ride around in they hot fancy cars, you know, and they got on nice get-ups and everything, you attracting the wrong thing to you. I'm not saying you can't ride in your car, but I'm just saying, you know, a lot of times, depending on how you reacting to things, you attracting the wrong thing because they see that first. A lot of times, people are seeing you in that first. Oh, you from Turkey? Hey, Turkey. People who just only want to be around for the attention and not you. Right, because it's satisfaction to them. They get satisfaction. It's called greed. It's a lot of greedy folks out here. And although, like I said, the people that even come on, you know, what I'm doing now and how I've been building my business, you know, and trying and attracting the right people, I'm still going to attract some phonies. You know, I'm going to attract guys that probably like me because they see me on here. But then you got guys that you see online and you attracted to them. Sometimes people attracted to them because they have somebody and they just want somebody in their life. You know, they need somebody. I mean, you know, it's a lot of variables. It's a lot of variables. But that's why I keep my crystals with me, right? I keep my crystals, okay? So that I can manifest and try to do it in a spiritual way. You know, I'm not on anybody's ass. None. Okay? Hey, Kev, how are you? I'm not on anybody's ass. Do you have a Zoom? What do you mean a Zoom? Why it's vital to be able to discern the two. Exactly. You have to. But you know what? You have to feel the vibe though. You have to channel into the energy of the person. Oh, meeting chat room? No. You have to channel into the energy of the person. So when you feel energy, you know, I feel energy. When I start feeling ill with energy, because I start feeling, when I'm around somebody and the energy is not flowing right, I get vibes. I get these strange vibes and it starts to drain me. And I got to get rid of that person like quick, fast, in a hurry. If I don't get rid of that person, I'm going to be doomed. So I have a knack for, you know how they say people are clairvoyant? That's how I am. I'm clairvoyant. And I feel the energy of things. And, you know, some people are real clairvoyant and they can feel things. You can sense stuff. You know how they say people have premonitions too? Like when you have your premonition. Yes. A BS detector. You know how people have premonitions? You know, you can see things before they happen. You detect them. I can see some things before they happen. I feel energy. Even though the person is not in my sight, I can feel stuff. Like by y'all being on here, I can feel energy from some of you guys. And it's only by responses that I see. When I see certain responses from people, I'm like, oh, okay, I see where that person is. I see how they really are. But you know what? You can still play a part and so can I. I can play the part. Some people don't really care for you, but they come around because they want to be involved in what you're doing. They want to make it look like it. Okay? They want to make it look like they're involved in what you have to offer. So, and once you start offering it up, hey, friends, how are you? Thank you for joining. I am Keita J. I'm a custom designer and a voiceover artist. So I have some of my voiceover work on my YouTube page. If you guys want to go to my YouTube page, you can check my voiceover out on my animation that I have created that is going to be growing much bigger. And I'm not telling y'all, I'm going to be doing some other stuff. So, you know, voiceover right now is pretty hot. You know, you can make some money off of voiceover work. So I've been planting my seeds, you know, and trying to make things happen. I've been planting my seeds. I've been getting companies contacting me. So, you know, I'm raising the roof, y'all. I'm raising the roof. But I don't want no fake and phonies coming on, you know, that ain't trying to be with the real. Because if y'all support me, guess what? I got t-shirts on the website. People have bought t-shirts on here from me. They have gotten some custom designs from me. Okay? You can always contribute to my PayPal, which is on my website. You're not attractive, but you're rich and girls flock to you. They want stability. Hey, you already know. You know what's happening. You know what's happening. You at least you know you're not attractive, so you know what's up. You taking it for you using it to your advantage, right? Because people use it to their advantage. People use that to their advantage. They go get a hot car. They not oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get me a hot car. I'm gonna go get me a nice car. And when women see me step out my car, I'm attractive. You like all kinds of girls or women? You like girls or women? There's a difference. There's a difference. You probably like girls because you trying to attract. You want to attract the wrong ones. I usually give them a budget to spend. Oh, okay. You get them a budget. So what you tell them? What you tell them? What you tell them? What you tell them? You tell them what you give them, like $20 meal plan? $20 meal plan? When y'all go out to eat. Oh, you tell women they have eyes like the Indian Ocean. That ain't working on nobody. I'll give them my credit card and tell them to have fun. Yeah, right. Man, I have a headache. Stop making me laugh. Look, hold on. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people was like Jay-Z wasn't attractive, right? But women, I saw, because I'm not big on like he got to look a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But damn, dress the part though. Dress the part. Some of these guys be looking awful. Come on, can y'all at least dress like some nice fit or something on? Because a fit makes you attractive. If you got on nice clothes, a fit makes you attractive. It ain't even got to be a car. You could be walking. Okay? You could be walking. But a fit, I'm trying to tell you. Listen. I was dealing with somebody and I was like, dude, your appearance is sucky. Like you gotta make sure that your fit looking good. You know, you walking around here looking any kind of way. Like, come on. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. You can't be around here looking any kind of way. That's a no-no. Now, if we going to the store, that's one thing. But if we going out, come on, man. Can you at least look like you swag? Hey, Toronto, how are you? Thank you guys for joining. Can you at least make it look like you got some swag? Okay? You said clean clothes and nice teeth. Nice teeth, but even if they didn't have, like, their teeth wasn't all jacked up. But even if your teeth wasn't all pearly white. But yeah, I like a nice smile on a man, though. Yes, don't get me wrong. But if he's like real even keel. T-Dot. Hey, what's happening, T? What's happening? How are you? As long as he's he's an even keel, he looking good, he got swag, cause I like a guy with some swag. I ain't talking about a thug. I'm talking about swag is different. Swag is different from you being a thug. I don't like draws showing. You a grown man, you shouldn't have none of that, no draws and all that showing. You said they don't have to be Hollywood teeth. Look, unless you in Hollywood, because we could get veneers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give me some veneers eventually. I'm gonna get some veneers. You like sneakers? Yes, sneakers are nice. Sneakers are nice. I like a nice looking dude. Like, I'm talking about dress. Dress makes me attractive to a guy, because you can get a nice haircut and still look good. You get a nice haircut, man, you in there. A haircut can always make a guy look good. He can always, it brings out your facial features. So if he an ugly duckling, and his, because you got some guys that were nice looking when they were younger, and then as they got older, you know, I don't know, something started to kick in their face, and they just don't look the same. You ever found yourself looking at a guy that was handsome when he was young, and then you looking at him older, and you like, wait a minute, you look different. I just want to see girls for a day and then see her until I'm ready again. I get compliments on my crook clean. Some women like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Your teeth ain't got, just don't have no dead teeth in your mouth. Just make sure you take the tooth decay stuff out. Because women, I can't be messing around with a dead tooth. You know, the nerve bad, and you got black on it and all that stuff. Come on now. Or you ever seen people with that brown or white stuff on the front of their teeth? What the hell? What is that? What is that? You ever seen brown on the front of somebody's teeth? That's unattractive. Do I have I don't say boyfriend. You talking about a man? A man, not a boyfriend. A man. No, I'm very single. So if y'all want to send me some rompers and stuff like that, hey, if y'all want to contribute, if you want to contribute to my fund, that's on my website, you guys can go to my website and you can contribute to my fund. Yes, the Keita J Very Single Fund, okay? To answer your question, wow. Hold on, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Yes, rompers. I take floral and clear and solid colors, okay? I take floral and solid color rompers. I love the rompers. The rompers are in. Rompers been in, but women are gold diggers, not all. I know. I never said that all women were Trevi. I never said all women. I said women and men are gold diggers. Okay? He said women are. He said. I said women and men are gold diggers. So you have both men and women that like people for. See, y'all got to go back and check the replay. Y'all got to go back and check the replay, because we talked about a lot of stuff in the beginning. I've been on here for almost probably 45 minutes maybe. I don't know how long I've been on here, but hey, it is what it is. We just got to learn how to figure people out. I was answering your question, but I agree, men. Yeah, they are. But they don't call men gold diggers. They call them help me out, y'all. What they call the men. They don't call men gold diggers. They call them something else. They call them something else, don't they? Bum ass. M Thoughts, Lord have mercy. Y'all got some funny names for them. Players, misogynist. But see, misogynistic men they don't like, they strong-headed. They don't like women. Misogynistic men don't really care for women doing certain things that they don't feel that women are equal. It's like they don't really like women in a sense. So they are misogynistic. When you hear a lot of guys talk about how women did this and how women did that, they're misogynistic, because there's no way that you should just be talking about women, you always got a problem with a woman and this and that about a woman. You misogynistic, point blank, period. And don't even realize it. Because everything is about a woman's fault. A woman this, a woman that, and a woman, if she talk about certain things, y'all, you don't want to hear from her. You would rather hear from a man. You ever seen guys that act like that? They like anything that a woman say they don't want. It is another topic. It is another topic. But I'm saying they never want women to prosper. Okay? You said closet. I'm not even going to say that. But anyway, that is another topic. So we're going to save that for another day. But it's funny, y'all. It's funny. We all got to be careful out here. This world is hideous, okay? This world is hideous. People are out for your stuff, okay? People are out for your stuff. They want what you have. Some people want to be you. Some people, you know how people say, I'm living vicariously through you. Some people want to be you. When you have that friend or that person that you knew always had things, and that's why I say we value what people have. I don't give a damn what you got. It ain't mine. It ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't mine, I'm not valuing what you have. Like, I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll cheer you on all day. But I'm not going to treat you better because of what you have. But people do that. They use what they have to try to manipulate people. They try to manipulate people with what the material things that they have. And it works. It works. People want to hang around you just because you have stuff. Just because. If you the party animal and you the life of the party, people want to hang around you just because. They may be looking at you like, why they always got to be doing that? Why they always got to be doing this? Why? And then they got the most opinions when they not around you. People got the most opinions that they talk about you all the time. You know what I'm saying? They talking about you. Trust and believe. But they right up your butt. They right up your butt. They talk about you. But they trying to figure you out. People always trying to figure somebody out. How they do that? How they get that person? How they this? How they that? I wonder how she got that car. I wonder, she don't work, girl. She be trying to use the system. They trying to figure you out. Okay? And while they trying to figure you out, you doing things. You doing things. But you ain't telling them about it, so they mad. People always trying to get in your space. Don't let people get too close to you. Don't tell people all your ideas. Don't do it. Don't do it. They get value from being with somebody that has value. So, on another note, y'all, anybody want to call in? Anybody want to call in? Y'all got any experiences you want to call in about, what's, how you feel, what has happened to you? You run into any situations like that and, how you handled it, Anybody got a story? Anybody got a story to tell? Would you go out with someone would I go out with someone for a Lamborghini? No, not for a Lamborghini. I mean, I look at it like, okay, I probably got to repay him some kind of way. I got to repay that person some kind of way. For a Lamborghini? That ain't no prize. That ain't no prize. You will be paying that person off for the rest of your life. I don't trust stuff like that. I've had guys promise me stuff. I've had guys tell me they wanted to be with me and they would give me this and they would give me that just to be with me. I'm too scared for stuff like don't try to do that. Exactly. No. You got to be careful what you signing up for. You got to be careful what you signing up for. Handouts like that. I mean, you got guys that be trying to pay for it, okay? They be trying to pay for it any kind of way they can. I can tell y'all, that's why this is the Keita J Reveal show. Because, you know, folks be trying to, we can talk about real stuff, right? We can reveal our lives. We can talk about things that we have gone through and not be afraid to talk about it. Because nobody's perfect. I don't care how much somebody may frown at your situation, honey, what yours was about. That's what I always say. People will frown at your situation, but then you say, well, let me dig up some dirt on you. Let me try to dig up some dirt on you. I bet I find some. Because nobody's perfect. We all have gone through triumphs in our lives, you know, and that's why I don't want to sound preachy to people when I talk about stuff. It's only because of experience that some of us know some of these things. You know, we know. But I'm old, fat, bald, successful. Oh, really? And so at least you cut it off. Did you cut it all the way off? Or you got like a donut? Did you cut everything off? Did you cut it all off? Because, you know, people will try to tell us about what our lives are. I said this the other day on my Facebook page. People always have an opinion about you shaved it. Because some people hold on to it. I think it looks better gone. People will have an opinion and to have no idea of what you're going through. They have an opinion of everybody's situation and make it look like they've never gone through something in their life and have feelings and emotions behind those things. We all carry feelings and emotions within us. So if anybody is to ever act like they don't carry those things with them, they are not human. They are not human. They are not human. They are not, I'm going to say it again. They are not human. But they always got an opinion of what what somebody else should have did. You should have did this. Girl, I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have had him living with me. I wouldn't have had this. I wouldn't have had that. Let me dig in your closet. Let me dig in your closet. And the minute you start talking about them, guess what? They don't want you to. They don't want you to talk about them. I can't stand it either. They don't want you talking about them. When you find something about them, whatever. Whatever. We all are human. We all have flaws. We all deal with adversities. So if we act like we don't, and we always have an opinion of how somebody should have did this and how they should have did that, come on now. It's time to wake up. Trying to break the next. Exactly. That's all. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a sad cycle that we go through. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop having opinions on everything that doesn't even need an opinion. Like, okay, somebody did something that they learned. Hopefully they learned from it. That's how I look at things. And like I said, since I haven't worked in corporate America, my whole thinking is different. My thinking, I've let a lot of stuff go. I ain't trying to be on top of the world. I'm trying to be the best me. That's it. The best me, but I'm still not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody's perfect about, their life. We all go through trials and tribulations. But we have to understand that we do inside. And once you start understanding that, then you can be a whole person. Because some of us are not whole. That we'll claim to be I'm whole. I'm a whole person. And I need a whole person. I need a whole person that's going to, be there for me. But some of us are not, because we haven't really spent that time with ourselves. You really don't know who you are. Then we won't be going after the freaking sports cars and just because a guy show his keys on the counter and he got a big freaking truck, which ain't none of ours. You know what I'm saying? We just like flossing in it. That's it. We just want everybody to see us. Like Will Smith say, riding 5 miles an hour so everybody see you. That's all you doing. Driving 5 miles an hour so everybody see you. That's it. That's all you doing. But give me the window seat. I'm like Erykah Badu. I need a window seat. Don't want nobody next to me. I just want a ticket out of town to look around. I know I can't sing, y'all, but I'm trying. That's all I want. Give me a window. I'm always looking at people. I'm always figuring people out. I got my eyes on folk. I can sing. Oh, shit. Can I sing something else? Let me see. Shoot. Psych, I ain't gonna sing nothing else. But yeah, that's for real. That's for real. Some of us just need a window seat, and we just need to take time. Oh, it sound decent. Oh, thank you. So make sure you guys go and check out my YouTube page. It's in the profile. I'm about to take off, and I appreciate everybody for coming over. Make sure you guys like the page. As a matter of fact, I want everybody to share this on Twitter right now. Can y'all share this on Twitter? Share it on Twitter. If you want to contribute to Existing Nature Media, you can go to Existing Nature's website. It's in the profile. Thank you, Sugar. It's in the profile. All you have to do is click on the link. It takes you right to the home page. And once you go to the home page, you can contribute to the business that I'm doing. So I appreciate everyone that has already contributed. And yes, I'm going to be asking you guys because I'm building something. Sometimes if you're trying to build by yourself, it's not easy. Okay. I don't have big sponsors and stuff like that, so I'm building something. If you don't have it, I understand. But guess what? Either way, even if you got $1, $10, $2, $5, $10, you damn right. If YouTube folks ask for money, hey, I ain't gonna stop because I'm doing something. I got a business and my business need to be moving. And in order for me to do more things, guess what? I have to have a backing. And if you don't have a backing, you have to ask your audience. I've given to people myself, so I know what it's like to give. I'm not one of those people that just don't, look out for other people and ask for stuff. I've given to other people, and I'm always giving to the homeless. So, that's just within me. It has to be within you. Nobody can make you do something that you don't want to do. So it has to be within you. I appreciate it. Everybody that checks the replay, thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit and follow. Existing Nature got some great things coming. Where do with the credit card go? What do? What do? What do with the credit card? Oh, you talking about the one that said he had all the money? He left. That's another way you get people to fall off, right? That's another way you get people to fall off. When you ask for money, people will leave quick, okay? People leave quick when you ask for money. When you start asking, that's how you should open up. I should open up my scope. Hey, I'm Keita J, and I am asking for people to contribute. Gone. That's how they do. That's how they do. They roll out. Quick. You will get rid of people for sure. But even if you don't have it, it's not a problem. You ain't gotta run. Why you running? They got a new app now, right? That is that where you can you can contribute to people on the app. And as you contribute, if you don't contribute and you expect to still see their show, you can't see it. Okay? I might be checking that app out, but I'm not sure. It's not a big thing because I have my website. And folks can go to my website and contribute. I'm not trying to make people contribute. My thing is getting people used to doing it. Because even if you give a certain amount of money to somebody, you know, it could be a $2, $3. Like, that don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? If it hurts you, damn. I mean, I don't know. It may or may not hurt people. But who am I to say that it doesn't? But, you know, hey, maybe one day around you'll come around and drop 20, you know, some people $50. Some people do that. Some people, when they do get the money, oh yeah, I can give it to them now because I've had it. And that's how I look at things. I'm not like forcing people to help, but if you can, you know, it would be very helpful because people get on here and they do stuff. Like I said, I don't just do it. I have a business that I have to promote. And as I go along, I have to brand myself. So branding yourself along with your business is what I do. This is what I do. So if you want to check more stuff out that I have done, sketches, things like that, all of that is on my YouTube page. My Instagram is Exist the Letter in Nature, the same as on Periscope. You only have to, you can only grow, y'all. You can't say stay stagnant. If you have a business, you have to change. You have to change some things about what you're doing. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over again. Because guess what? You might be missing out on something. Only because you're not willing to add some things into how the world is now. Shape yourself to how the world is. You don't have to totally become that. You can still bring some of what you know, some of the old you to it. But you still have to shape yourself. So, you know, I'm just here to share. Sharing is caring. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming over. And make sure you guys add value to yourself and not take the value of what somebody else has. Thank you very much. And on that note, Keita J. Keita J. I don't know, I gotta think of a little something when I'm leaving, right? When I'm leaving off, I gotta think of a little song. Like, oh my gosh, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay? Oh my goodness. And don't you ask me a damn thing. See, I switched up real quick, right? I'll talk to y'all later.